There have been many alleged sightings in Michigan, primarily the northwestern quadrant of the lower peninsula, of something that witnesses describe as monstrous, or like something seen in movies. The creature has been described as 7 foot tall, either blue, red, or amber colored eyes. It has the body of a man with a wolf's head, and the creature is said to walk on 2 legs. Allegedly, the sightings date back to around 1887, when 2 lumberjacks, while working out in the forest in Wexford County, reportedly had an encounter with a monstrous creature similar to a werewolf. They claimed that the creature had the body or torso of a man and a dog's head. Allegedly, in 1937, a man was reportedly attacked by a pack of 5 dogs. He claimed that one of the dogs walked on 2 legs. This occurred around Paris, Michigan. There have been reports of similar creatures from Allegan County in the 50s and Manistee and Cross Village in 1967. The author Linda Godfrey described the similarities between the Michigan DOGMAN and another creature seen in Wisconsin, known as the Beast of Bray Road. This is a sketch done by Linda Godfrey of the Beast of Bray Road. In Shelby, a small town a couple miles from the western edge of the forest, a recently retired law enforcement officer named Laura had a sighting. In her own words, she states, "We saw a large, tall, dark, and oddly shaped creature run out from the left side of the overpass and hit the rear quarter panel of a small truck in front of us, causing the truck to fishtail. Luckily, the small pickup did regain control, but it didn't stop to see what collided with it. If anything, it seemed to speed up as if it got a view of what hit it and wanted to get the heck out of Dodge. It looked like a giant dog or wolf. It was bipedal, not on all 4s. It was at least 7 to 7.5 feet tall. It had a kind of mane around its head, much like a lion's mane. The hind legs looked like dog's legs when they are up on 2 legs, like the knees are backwards, which seemed more pronounced as it was running across the 2-lane highway left to right. The front legs were swinging freely as it ran. The face was definitely canine, much like a collie face, elongated with the snout and nose protruding from the face. The mouth was slightly opened as it ran, and the creature was covered with longish dark hair but in varying lengths. It had pointy ears that seemed to be more on the top portion of its head rather than on the sides. We watched as it ran off to the right side of the highway and disappeared into the small trees and weeds along the road. It seemed to pay us no heed whatsoever, as if it was unconcerned that we were fast approaching it." Another occurrence happened near Lowell, Michigan in 2009. This is the man's own account. It's wintertime, 2009. It's a blizzard of snow outside. All of my family was sound asleep. About 1 a.m. we wake up to a large thud sound on the roof of our home, like the weight of a person moving around on the roof of our 1-story home. There is a lot of scraping noises and a slow, deliberate walking sound. This goes on for about a minute. My girlfriend, our children, and myself are genuinely spooked by this phenomenon happening on the roof. I recall vividly that all of us were utterly silent, huddled in the hallway looking intently at each other and up at the ceiling from all of the loud creaking, scraping sounds. I don't own guns, but I certainly felt it was a good idea to grab my machete that was in the closet. That was when I realized the dread feeling in my gut was the same exact feeling that I had years ago with the wolf-like creature from my youth. As I struggled with this realization, I quietly as possible crept up to the back slider door, machete in hand. I had genuine fear for my girlfriend and children, but kept it to myself. They were still huddled and scared, watching me sneak outside. Please know that I'm a rather fearless man for the most part. I ever so quietly sneak outside. It's snowing, hard big flakes outside, and it's eerily quiet. I'm crouched in my pajamas alongside the backside of the house. I'm holding my breath, looking up at the door, listening. Slowly, the clawed hands and timberwolf face with piercing blue eyes peers over the roof down at me. It's the exact same creature that I saw in my youth. We stare at each other for a few seconds. There definitely was a weird sense of recognition between the creature and me in those moments. I was physically frozen in shock because the creature was only a good 8 feet or so from me on the roof of my home. It suddenly leaps off the roof about 30 feet into our backyard. It lands on all four and then runs on 2 legs back into the tree line in what seems like a blur. It's standing there at the tree line looking at me. The contrast of the snow and its size and fur make it easy to spot. I hold still while the wolf-like creature and myself stare at each other down. We stare at each other for, I'm guessing, a minute. In that minute, my adrenaline dumped. My fear of this creature turned to anger for it disturbing my life, my family. I made a decision as my anger grew, a reckless one. I yelled a loud, angry noise and charged, machete in hand, directly at it. Pathetically, it took me like 15 seconds to run the distance the creature had in like 2 moments. The wolf-like creature didn't budge, move, or anything. It just stood there watching me run at it. It appeared mildly amused, its facial expression almost a smirk. As I got within 30 feet, in my head loudly I hear audibly, "Don't!" It's a deep, loud voice. I swear the sheer volume of the voice stopped me dead in my run at the creature. I was instantly physically calm, confused, but still afraid of the creature. My fear of it was different for me. Its presence was still overwhelming to me. At this moment, I realized this creature is intelligent. I dropped the machete in a physical plea, a gesture to not be harmed. I backed away in slow, deliberate steps backwards, still facing it. If it chose to be violent, it could easily kill or harm me from physical appearance of it. After a few seconds, it turned and walked calm about 30 feet into the woods. Its presence faded, and it felt like it wasn't ever there. Throughout history, there have been many other alleged encounters, experiences, sketches, and photos of these creatures, many of which haven't been proven either real, legitimate, or otherwise. What do you believe people have been witnessing in Michigan? Do you believe it is a real and possibly unknown creature? Do you believe that it is similar or possibly even related to the creature known as the Beast of Bray Road seen in Wisconsin? What could these creatures be? Leave your opinion in the comments section. Thank you for watching.